Go to dinner. I won't even put it in.
Hey. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, what it do? Welcome to Dear Millennials, the Lit Ass Podcast.
Lit motherfucking litty.
Another Monday. Welcome to Dear Millennials. Welcome to Dear Millennials.
Monday.
Right. Welcome to Dear Millennials, the Lit Ass Podcast. We are the Litty Committee. Welcome to season. Wow.
I'm sorry.
Welcome to season 4, episode 7. Doing too much. It's your boy, top rank Marvin Frank, singer, songwriter, educator, student to the game, homie, lover, friend. What up, McLovin? How you feeling?
Man, I'm good, man. South Memphis, stand up. It's your boy, McLovin. Got these chicks hot. Straight out the oven. Educator, motivator, dark skin, drinking hen. Teacher, preacher, got you dying, laughing, calling me the Grim Reaper. Ugh.
I actually brought you some Zyrtec today.
Did you really?
I did.
Zyrtec.
I'll bring it out. I did.
Mary Jane, what it do?
Oh my gosh. Okay, it's Mary Jane, Georgia Ray's Memphis made book club creator, the HBCU advocator, and your favorite around the way girl. Hey, y'all.
What's up, Mary Jane?
Hey. It's your girl OPP, aka South Memphis Queen, also known as the Memphis Finest. How y'all doing today?
We good.
Who am I? Feeling good, feeling great. How you though? Who was that?
Lil Wayne?
Oh my goodness.
Drake?
No, yes.
Drake. Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Well, I know your Drake voices.
Not my Drake voices. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for Miss Moe Nicole.
Moe Nicole.
Moe to the Nicole. She is a full-time cosmopreneur, nail polish creator, scholar, content curator, and of course, she is a finer woman. I get in trouble if I say the finest woman. And I'm going to tell you why I'll get in trouble, because, okay, I don't even want to go into that. But you know, when I first went to Lane, Mo, when I first went to Lane, I always had crushes on Zetas for some reason. I don't know why that was.
Zetas going
We can see.
They going to treat.
Alphas love Zetas.
Ooh. Did you just hear that?
I just want to know, what does it mean to be Z5? That's what I want to know.
I want some.
I've heard that before.
I heard they got that good kitty milk. I don't know what that.
Out of order.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know. I thought it was a drink. Y'all don't come for me like that.
Oh, my God.
Man,
Well,
y'all, okay.
Y'all are crazy. Mo, we appreciate you for being here. Shout out to you. Also have an amazing YouTube page, correct? What's the name of it?
Thank you. It's Moe Nicole, MoeNicole.
Excellent.
Awesome.
I had that name there. I just wanted to make sure, because a lot of things that I see you post are living out loud and things of that nature. So I just wanted to make sure I had the name correct. But yeah, y'all check out on YouTube, Moe Nicole. Keep updated with us on Facebook. Search Dear Millennials, other updates, and find some cool Dear Millennials merchandise at Dear Millennials _. Talk to us on Twitter at DMillennialsPod. We post our shows. We're now live every Monday on YouTube Live, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. You can also find our show highlights. You want to listen to us, check out Dear Millennials on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, Google Play, iHeart, Podcasts, any and everywhere. We are there. If you want to book, sponsor, donate, or submit any other inquiries, just email us, dearmillennialspodcast@gmail.com. Welcome to season 4, episode 7, Doing Too Much. Today we'll be discussing what's the difference between flirting and sexual harassment. Where's the line drawn? What's taking it too far? What's doing too much? All right, let's talk about it. If you're on YouTube Live, we love to see you in the comments. So thanks to everybody that's here on our YouTube Live checking us out. Also, thank you to you wherever you are listening at whatever time of day it is, whatever day it is. We appreciate you. But without any further ado, let's go into our top 10 DM commandments. All right, these are laws inspired by the culture and for the culture. All right, in honor of the election results, though your boy don't want to leave. Commandment number 1, thou shalt. You're fired. All right.
Fired.
Come on, Trump, go on and take that exit, Doc.
Get out.
Commandment number 2. Thou shalt not lose your head, but use your head, man. All right. My favorite Memphis. Is that an infomercial?
Yeah, that's commercial here.
Mm-hmm. And
I just seeing that commercial every night.
Oh, when you were here in Memphis, yeah. We want to encourage everybody out there to use your head. Don't lose your head, but use your head. There have been a lot of just killings. Well, there are always murders and gun violence happening a lot, but we're especially seeing it happen amongst a lot of young rising stars. I mean, within just the past month, 4 famous rappers have been shot, from Lil Boosie, rest in peace, King Von. What is it? Is it Mo 3? From Dallas.
Mo. Is it Mo? Do they call him Mo 3 or they?
I don't know. It looked like Mo 3.
I have no idea.
And Benny the Butcher was shot. So, let that beef go. You feel me? It's not that serious. But yeah, commandment number 2.
Commandment number 3, thou shalt not post on the damn Beyond Submissive page if you ain't trying to get chose, man.
What is that?
Man, look. For those who don't know.
What is that?
What are you doing on that? Yeah, so, enlighten us. So
for those who ain't let me talk. I'm about to say it. So there's a group that was created on Facebook called Submissive, Beyond Submissive. Okay. And in the group, it was supposed to be like are you submissive, are you dominant type of thing. It went left field, and now it's like a lot of ratchet shit going on. I'm talking about somebody be posting.
That's usually what happens in Facebook.
So people. So it went literally in 2 days. It had over 300,000 people in the group.
300,000?
Because it's a mess.
And then it's wow. The post be so outrageous, and it's gotten to like a sneaky link type of Facebook page, and it's like you have people that post stuff in there, and it's like, hey, I'm single, I'm here in Memphis, I'm 32, no kids, or hey, I'm looking for who got their stepdaddy license, who got that, and it's
wow,
and it's like. And then there's people on there that are like real life in relationships, married and all that stuff, and just be. It's one thing being in the group and you just lurking, but for you to be actively on there, man, look, that is troubled water.
That many people,
man, might be okay though.
Nah, I'm talking about
they might be down with the swearing.
People be like,
oh wow.
People be like, please don't add my girlfriend to this page. Please don't add my baby daddy to this page.
Somebody gonna screenshot and send it.
Hey, yo, if you haven't been accepted, that means you ain't got real friends, because that is Club Facebook. I'm talking about twerk videos, all that big up.
Or your real friends aren't hoes like the market. I mean,
or it's so funny because I saw some people from your chapter in there too. So
I know they're not showing out.
They are.
You said her link.
All I'm saying. Not a link. You stupid.
Oh, snap. I didn't even hear you.
Okay. You know what? Commandment number 4.
All right, y'all. This is something my mother always tells me. Catch yourself before you wreck yourself. Watch who you're becoming. If you don't watch who you're becoming, you soon won't know who you are. So it's just a life skill and like a reminder. Always stay true to yourself and always stay true to your values and who you are.
Big facts.
That's what's up.
Commandment
number 5 5, thou shalt show love to others when they're working hard in the trenches, not just when they made it. People tend to like overlook people who are actually trying to work towards success. And we seem to just give roses to people after they made it. Like, if I make it, do not shout me out. Do not.
You. No, I already got a list, honey. I already been making a list, honey.
Do not give me my roses now when I'm working hard and I'm tired on a Monday. Do it then.
And commandment number 6. All right. Thou shalt not be ashamed to ask for it if you ain't got it. This is in reference to Adrian Broner.
I saw that.
Who is a potential Hall of Fame boxer, arguably. Yeah. He was at one time under the mentorship of Floyd Mayweather. But anyway, as many people know, he has been in quite the legal trouble. Specifically, he went on Twitter, on Instagram, and he said, I quote, "Look, everybody, just cash at me $13 so I ain't got to make an OnlyFans. My cash app is $about billions89. Whatever you can afford will help my $13 ass need it. I will be grateful." And I know we're laughing, and I don't know if he was joking, but anyway, he was caught flashing money on Instagram when he was battling a lawsuit for being arrested after not paying $800,000 in a settlement, or it was an unpaid $800,000 judgment in 2018 for an assault case. And he was flashing money on Instagram, and the judge questioned him about it, like, yo, you haven't paid this young lady, but you over here flashing money. He went on to say, oh, my friends gave me this, woo out the bam. So anyway, it came out he was really, really struggling financially. But hey, if you want to help your boy AB, all right, drop that cash out. Moe Nicole. They say
what it do? Commandment number 7. Thou shalt live out loud and stop faking shit. Period. We got too many people out here just faking who they are on the outside, but on the inside they ain't shit. Be you, bro. That's the real you out there.
Hey, next time at me. I feel like every episode somebody got something to say about me. I promise you, I am a good dad in real life. I promise you. I'm just not taking pictures.
And not just Facebook.
I'm just not taking pictures, y'all. I promise you.
That's real. We gotta post that one.
Number 8, know that you're still learning. However, ensure that you are becoming the person that you're destined to be. That is just a reminder to try to go after your goals in life. Do whatever it is and do whatever it is in your heart that you know is right for you, whether it's a dream, goal, or aspiration. Just ensure that you're doing it and taking the steps that are necessary to do so.
That part.
Yes.
Okay. All right, commandment number 9. So I don't know if I really 100% agree with this, because I feel that people can do whatever they want to do, but I thought it was funny. So, thou shalt stop posting your Cash App on your birthday. It's biggie.
Fighting words.
What was that other commandment that was just
fighting words?
6 or whatever it was. And you ain't got it.
On your birthday though. On your birthday.
Listen, I will tell you, Cash Apps for one of my birthdays paid for my ticket to Ghana, honey.
Wow.
That's what I was saying. People can do what they want to do, but then I thought it was funny.
Ain't too proud to bed.
Because you see everybody posting Cash App. Like, it's my birthday, Cash App, $, da-da-da-da.
I mean, I think it's always good, because sometimes the people that want to give is not necessarily physically there around you.
Yeah.
But they should already know your Cash App anyway. But
they should already
I feel like
know.
with women.
So when it's my birthday, I need y'all to be sending me some money.
Anyway,
like,
my birthday coming up. So anyway, like I was saying.
Oh, you ain't getting nothing from mine yet, so.
So first of all, let me also say this. I think women do that purposely, like put their Cash Apps on for them niggas who really be thirsting for them. Don't. That's how Mo pay for Ghana, and that's just done dollar. Mo pay for Ghana from them niggas thirsting after her.
I ain't even gonna lie, because I showed and got some random Cash Apps.
See, I told you, women think they slick. Commandment number 10. Thou shalt wait till after Thanksgiving before you put up the damn Christmas tree. Respect the
Yes,
turkey.
no. Christmas tree goes up November
the
1st.
turkey.
You are hilarious.
So, and it's just crazy. Thanksgiving the next week, and damn, we were just in November 2 days ago. It's crazy.
Yeah. And those were our top 10
Thanksgiving,
DM.
hold on. Thanksgiving is just a break, okay? It is the holiday break. Christmas is from November to December 31st.
Damn.
He said what he said, Mary Jane.
And that's that.
And I said what I said.
Oh.
And those are the facts.
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, those were our top 10 DM commandments. Now, let's move forward to our trending question of the week. Before we get into that, again, today, episode 7, Doing Too Much. We'll be discussing the difference between flirting and sexual harassment. Where's the line drawn? What's taking it too far? What is, quote unquote, doing too much? We'll be talking about it. But before we get into that, our trending question of the week. All right, what are you all thoughts around this situation? We were actually talking about it a little bit before the show started. All right, it's been announced that Meg Thee Stallion wins, was it GQ Rapper of the Year?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And someone tweeted, a man tweeted, I quote, "I hate the sympathy vote." Okay, Meg Thee Stallion responds, and I quote, "LOL, this success comes from my hard work. I hate the misplaced animosity comments from quote unquote men hating on women first thing in the AM." What are you all's thoughts around that? Whether it's the gentleman's comments, Megan's response, what are your thoughts?
What?
It's a lot of simps out here like that.
You said simps?
So it's like, why would he say I hate the sympathy vote for what? I feel like she earned it for, she's been working really hard this year. Megan Thee Stallion has put in a lot of work. She has collaborated with a lot of people. She has put it down in a lot of areas. She has worked with Beyonce. She's worked with Cardi B. She's worked with Nicki Minaj. She's done a couple things with Mulatto. She has done her own thing throughout the entirety of the year. So it's not like she hasn't been bringing the heat. So she's earned it. So I'm unsure why he would say that, except for him maybe, a little haterade.
It's a lot of men who don't like women. Like the more you explore this world, and like for real, this YouTube world is something called the manosphere. And like if you ever get immersed in that, it'll make you not even want to date, honey. Because it's a lot of men out here who secretly don't like black women.
Oh my God.
Oh, let's talk about that one of these days.
Let's do that. Let's have that
truth.
conversation.
Lady, do you have
Look at
anything
McLovin.
Man, hold on, man.
I feel you, man. I have thoughts on this too.
So let me say this.
Okay.
So several things we have to take into consideration, and I'm not knocking nothing from Megan Thee Stallion because I'm a firm believer. Me being also,
He one of them.
I'm not. See, you wouldn't even know what I'm about to say.
He's your ally.
So right. So one thing I do respect about Meg Thee Stallion is that her outlets are just so broad. You know, I love the fact that she is a college student. I love the fact that she is a black woman. I love the fact that she's into anime. You know, things like that brings more people together. You know, so she's not just like touching just black women. She touching, or the black educated women. She touching the black nerds. She touching, I wish she could touch me, but but I'm saying like I do respect the fact that she did get get that acknowledgement. I do believe that sometimes people, and it's not just men, some people may believe that Megan got that because of the whole dispute with Tory Lanez. And am I saying that it's right? No. And do I believe that their thoughts are accurate? No, not really. But I do see where they could say, "Oh, well, we sympathizing with Meg because she got shot in her foot."
But she wasn't the one who put that forth, though.
Let me add this real quick. And here's another part of the argument. A lot of this this talk about Megan Thee Stallion and her success this year, a lot of it is stemming from the BET Hip Hop Awards, where many people felt like it was unfair that the Little Baby Lil Baby didn't take home.
Little baby.
My bad. I don't want to say he didn't take home any awards, but definitely Meg had a sweep. The Baby didn't receive any awards. I think, Lil Baby left without certain awards. So anyway, people were already kind of upset about that.
Yeah.
And so there was talks that, oh my goodness, that's why she's receiving these awards, because of what happened to her. Now, I just want to add one thing that I found extremely interesting to Mo's point. Now, can he just not agree that she's not Rapper of the Year without that meaning that he hates black women? And additionally, I want to add, I looked at this in the Shade Room. Mostly women, specifically black women, were the ones saying, nah, it should have been Lil Baby. Nah, sis, you just don't deserve Rapper of the Year. Now, who are they to say she doesn't deserve it?
We are still under this situation where we cannot applaud each other. We do not respect each other. We a little hate and we are still going through that as black women. But my thing is, I'm just curious to know, has anybody been throwing out any suggestions for replacement and the reason for why? Because I think Meg did work her butt off since she's been out. Meg has been working her butt off. And oftentimes, it is about politics with the hip hop awards. Although Meg did do a great job, I'm not saying that she does not deserve any of that, but you got to consider the fact sometimes it is just simply politics.
It is politics, but my thing is, for me, speaking on the Tory Lanez situation or suggesting that a man should have won it, if you're putting her against any of the people that were out this year, it would have, just to be fair and neck, it would have been the Baby and Meg Thee Stallion.
I'll put Lil Baby before the Baby.
Lil Baby?
Yeah. What?
Yeah, I think I would put Lil Baby over the Baby.
I don't even think I know any Lil Baby songs.
What?
That's what I was gonna say. That's why I said I was gonna put the Baby and Meg Thee Stallion neck and neck.
The Baby don't have a swarm of songs out. Like, he got probably 3 nice hits, and they don't sound the same.
Facts.
Lil Baby on the hand, he actually has some flow, some rhythm, his words make sense.
And everybody has said that this was Lil Baby's year, and so I guess
I don't know if Lil Baby worked harder than Meg though. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
But who's to say who works harder? I don't know. And even the people in the comments, I don't think any of us know what they do day in and day out. They all work hard, and to your point, Mary Jane, I do agree. At the end of the day, it's all politics. Let's not forget, at one point, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kanye, they were boycotting the Grammys because they felt it was unfair. Kanye got up and said Taylor Swift didn't deserve Video of the Year. He felt that was political. So I just think that at the end of the day, and let's be real, my favorite artist, Drake. I love Drake, but I will be honest, the machine has pushed a lot of his success, though I think he deserves everything that he has. I think the industry always chooses who's gonna be hot at a certain time, and sometimes it's just not gonna be fair. And
it's the algorithm. It's all the algorithm of society, honestly. We're all living in this big life algorithm of something. So when I said he was a simp earlier, that is part of it. But the reality is part of it is true too. It is part of, I won't say a sympathy vote, but that garnered more attention to her. And it garnered more people to want to be on her side. So they're going to go to what's popping. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said earlier, that's how Joe Biden won the presidency. He won it because people hate Trump. That's the only reason why he won. But we're not going to get into that. So it's that does play a major part in how a lot of decisions are made within these things. It's a popularity thing. And if they're making money off of this person, they're making more money off of Meg than they are Lil Baby. Because the reality is that more people know Meg than they do Lil Baby.
Yeah, and I think all artists get to that point where it's they're overrated, especially when it seems like they're entering their prime. I think a lot of people start to feel like, they're overrated or their music isn't that good. But, shout out to Meg. She has her debut album dropping, so I'm excited to hear what is coming out. But I think this is a great segue into our topic of today, which is our title, Doing Too Much. What's the difference between flirting and sexual harassment? Where's the line drawn? What's taking it too far? What's doing too much? And specifically the point where, you know, we kind of talked about what women experience with men. And in this case, you know, Megan Thee Stallion was saying just the messages she receives from men. But to take it a step further, and not that she hinted at sexual harassment in this instance, but you know, in light of the Me Too movement, though Black women are very much so excelling, there's no secret that there's still a lot of work that needs to be done and a lot of issues that need to be addressed with how Black women and women in general are treated. So let's discuss, what do you all see? Let's start with the ladies. The differences between sexual harassment and flirting. So when is a guy doing too much? When does it become sexual harassment? What do you think? So
flirting is mutual. Sexual harassment is just one way. I think it's like when this person just keeps pushing and it's obviously a void and this person is unresponsive to it. It's just like, you know, at that point, when do you stop? This person is not responsive to it. And then, you know, flirting, it goes back and forth. It's mutual.
Okay.
Would agree. I was thinking flirting is more so, I mean, sexual harassment can start off as flirting. It becomes sexual harassment when the other party is saying, no, they're not comfortable, they're not responding, and you continue to be persistent. But you have to, it's kind of like you have to like test the language, the body language, the verbal language, to determine if they're like, is there a reason why they're saying no? Like, I don't know. That it could be very confusing because, for example, women like to play hard to get. When we're playing hard to get, we're trying to make you chase. So with this new wave of sexual harassment versus flirting, it's kind of like it's difficult for guys to determine, like, are you just playing hard to get, or are you really telling me no? You got to really understand that body language and that verbal language and really accept and determine what your next steps are.
Exactly. I absolutely agree with both statements that were said. Like, Mary Jane, you just said most of what I was thinking. Like, but on top of that, with how most men are raised of being the chaser or the one who is the lead. So when you're the lead, you're going after. Women aren't supposed to be easily caught, basically, is what's said. But most men, well, I won't say most, a lot aren't really taught emotional intelligence or the ability to be able to read signs and signals of things. So they may be able to take something that's like, oh, no, she just playing hard to get, or she just flirting. Because a lot of parents and stuff do teach their child that. So if you're raised that way, that's why we have a lot of people who was like, I didn't sexually assault that person, or I didn't harass them, or whatever. Well, assault, that's a whole nother thing, but I didn't harass them, you know, like they don't see anything wrong with it because they've been programmed to see it as such.
So let's talk about those signs. Like, you know, well, first, women often say they gotta be persistent. So what are those signs? What is that body language that you all speak of? How do we know that, like it's a hard no versus, nah, you crazy, you know, and you kind of want that guy to chase or to be a bit more persistent.
Can I interject on that question though? Because I'm interested in hearing your perspective, because women can be aggressors as well.
Yep.
So like from the male perspective, what does that look like when it's unwanted harassment?
I think, well, first, before I answer that, I want to put out, there's always a gray area. When it comes to, you know, a male trying to pursue someone. I think sometimes, people aren't just straightforward. I can be like, hey, you know, let me take you out. And it can be more so, it's not a no. You hit me with like a, you know, well, I'm busy this week. Or you hit me with the, you know, I'll let you know, and what am I supposed to do with that? So then now it's like, or if I ask you for your number and you just give me like a no, like a chuckle. So then now it's like, oh, she just, you know, I just gotta ask another time, because maybe right now she interested, but she just want me to, you know, keep asking. I think sometimes the communication is not always clear. And And I think, and as for me, what I started doing, I was like, hey, look, like, let me know if I am beleaguering you, if I am bothering you, because I don't want to come off as, a peasant or just annoying. I hate that I had to be like that, because I just feel like if you want to fuck with me, you want to fuck with me. If not, you don't, but I'll let Marvin start with the
Yeah, I mean, to answer the question, I honestly, it's hard to understand women sometimes.
Man, look.
Sometimes
because my question wasn't asking like the approach. It was asking. So, for example, y'all know how Monique and Professor Ogilvy, how she was always chasing him and the harassment of it. He's like, "Get away from me! Get away from me!" What does that look like on the man perspective?
So, I guess like that's a part of my point. I'm confused because, for example, I don't know if you all saw that post. This girl posted, persistent or consistency is key. Did you see what I posted that time? Anyway, it was this dude for years. He kept sending this woman the same message. Hey, beautiful. Hey, beautiful. Hey, beautiful. Hey, beautiful. And until she finally, it was a how it started versus how it's going. So how it started, he sent her multiple messages that went unread, and then it ended with them being together. So I guess what I'm saying, I don't know what that looks like to be I'm afraid to be persistent, because I don't want anybody coming around 20 years later, saying that I was harassing them.
I don't even think,
and I know that's not sexual
harassment. That was just annoying.
Yeah. But I mean, speaking to her point about the professor, I guess, did she sexually harass him? I guess she was.
Talking about from the other side.
So woman harassing you.
About it from the man being the aggressor.
You said from the woman being the aggressor?
From the woman being the
aggressor. You all experiencing the sexual harassment.
Yeah.
I can't say I truly have. One, because women.
I don't know if
Ain't nobody ever came, hey, give me that dick.
Oh, yes. I'll take that back. Hold on. You right. Hold on. Man, no. And I'm glad you said that. Man, I have been harassed several times before. I think, as a man, though, I think we wouldn't call it sexual harassment.
That's not fair.
It's not. It is definitely biased. It's definitely in a sense. I mean, we wouldn't call it sexual. Man, she aggy. Man, she just want the dick. I don't even think niggas say that. But leave me alone. I'm not just a piece of meat.
I'm not your boy toy.
So I think for us, yes, it happens. Do we take it in a sense of like, I'm gonna get a restraining order on her and block her and stuff like that? No.
If you don't like her, maybe.
If I don't like her, I'm just gonna be like, look, and that's a difference. If we don't like you, we gonna say we don't like you ugly. I think that's the thing. And I know, once again, ugly doesn't always mean physical appearance, so there's somebody.
Please clear that up.
Yes. So I don't ever want nobody to think, I mean, that could be like attitude wise. I almost said.
I almost said something.
You done started it now.
I learned from our live show not to name drop. But it's crazy, because it's like, men are harassed for real, and we do not know how to deal with it. We do not, like, from women's popping up at houses to women's calling you multiple times, making fake Instagram pages just to, what I'm saying. So we are harassed. We just call, she just crazy.
And that's what made me think.
Do you communicate or do you just ghost?
So I think for men, we are like that though. Men are like, hey, look, leave us alone. Women, on the other hand, they ghost. If they are not interested in you for the most part, and I hate to be overgeneralized, but if a woman does not want to talk to you, and you in her DMs every day, just like the dude who messed, she just ignored.
You know what I think? Go ahead, Mary Jane.
Not interested. I was gonna say, I think we ghost if we've already told you. Well, I ghost if I already told you I'm not interested. There's nothing more for me to say, because I'm not about to keep going back and forth with you. I actually had to do that quite a few times.
This is what I think, and it took me a minute to get my thoughts together, because I had to think, how have I responded to this? And if I can have an honesty moment, and I don't believe I'm the only guy to have experienced this. If I'm being harassed by a woman,
I feel sexy.
I will make it clear.
Stroke Shaw's ego.
I will make it
and
clear.
That's not good. We train
hold on.
boys to not have boundaries to women.
So I will maybe make it known that I'm not interested, but there may be times that I give hope. There were times that I give hope.
And Marvin, don't feel bad because women do that all the time.
Do they do it too,
man,
brother?
bro, yes.
Do
First
they
of
do
all,
it too, brother?
man, y'all stop making it seem like y'all are not like that. You can be, and honestly, some women might not be interested because they talking to another nigga. And then when they stop talking to that nigga make them mad. They gonna give you hope. They gonna start liking the comment of you on their post. And they gonna start saying thank you with a heart face. Don't act like y'all don't be doing that.
And that's why it's conflicting for me, because I may avoid it. I may acknowledge that I feel uncomfortable, but there are times where I will entertain it. So that's why it's kind of like, man, have I allowed this behavior to continue? And I often look at things, what part am I playing? But I've never been in a situation where I think, if I've been like really harassed, I've just kind of cut off all communication.
Facts.
But and I didn't have much issue after that.
But do you let it be known?
Yes, but I feel like if I let it know,
he took too long to think. He lying.
I mean,
Mo, do you harass niggas? Do you harass niggas? Is that what you?
I have before.
You look like a harasser.
Oh my gosh!
So, but
hey.
It's okay.
To the question, so ladies, what is that hard no? What is no? What's the difference between no, I'm not interested, and a friendly no, but you could keep trying? Where's that boundary?
There are tactics to it, because if you are trying to get the men to chase, you're not going to just flat out say no. Because first of all, I want you to get an idea in your head that you can continue on. So I'm not going to tell you no, but I might use some other language to play around. Not even just playing around, like just to see
what? What? I'm gonna tell you no, but I'm gonna let you know yes.
No, a flat out no is exactly a flat out no. If I'm interested in you, I'm not gonna tell you no. Period.
So how would you tell me yes without saying yes?
It depends on what the conversation is. Like the calling thing, right? So if we're just starting out dating, I probably won't be talking to you every single day. All right. That gives a little chase, right? I might tell you I'm busy because I am. And that's just in the dating phase, because I'm not about to give you all of my attention. And that takes time of understanding how men operate. Like if they think that they got you, they're going to play around with you and they're going to be done with you and they're going to move on to the next chick.
It's funny that you said that, because I've read a meme that said women be so busy until they get the dick. Now they ain't know where they're busy.
All available.
They all available.
All the time.
Oh, good.
Were you about to say something else?
I wasn't finna say nothing, but I agree. I wasn't saying nothing.
Okay, so I think that's interesting. So moving forward, all right, we're talking difference between sexual harassment and flirting. What does it mean? And maybe this isn't necessarily sexual harassment, but what does it mean when you do not acknowledge a message, specifically in the DM?
Or you acknowledge the message but don't respond to it.
Okay, that too. Does that mean you're not interested?
It depends.
What is it? What? I mean, what is it?
They're like I'm sorry.
My thing is, what did you say?
So if I say good morning and you open it and don't respond,
it depends.
It depends. I mean,
what does it depend on?
How early was it?
Mutual followers. Okay.
You got to do research first. You just can't be responding to DMs.
My opinion is, okay, I'm tracking back to dating. So I used to have a guy who would always text me that, but I've already told him several times I'm not interested, right? There's a history of him trying to pop up. So like I mentioned earlier, after a while, I'm not even going to open it. And if I do open it, I probably won't respond. However, sometimes people open it and they forget to just respond. And it is as simple as that. And that's
Because of all the messages they received.
the message that they received from the other harassers.
No, because if you have a busy lifestyle and you're on the go, you might open and forget to respond, and then you come back later on and you respond.
And do it.
Days,
but simply unread. Simply mean you did not respond at all. Does that mean he needs to send another message to get your attention, or does that mean I'm not interested? Mo, what do you think?
So, yeah, first off, I'm not dating anybody from my DMs. So if it's
Why not?
Why not? Hey, how else you gonna meet them?
Because
it's COVID.
If you won't see my inbox. So I have too much stuff that's going on a day to day to be sitting here going through answering DMs. Hey, beautiful, how you doing? Good morning. Hi, just wanted to say hi to you. Hi, what's your Cash App? First off, all of that is in my entry. And if you really want my attention, you will send me an email, honey. Find a way to do it a little bit differently.
So what if you don't respond to your email then? What if you don't? What if I got sent? Wow. What if you don't respond to the email?
How do you meet new people, Mo? Then, because like I don't know, dating is kind of weird nowadays.
It is.
I'm not trying to meet anybody. That's the thing. I know. I really feel like the person that's going to be for me is going to be someone that like we've developed a
already was in the DM
business type thing. I think I've learned through experience that jumping in with someone straight at dating, that's not made for each other type of thing.
You got to work towards it.
But yeah, so that's why I prefer to end up with a friend or something.
So she gonna marry her business partner.
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Interesting.
You are hilarious,
So I was saying, and I think it goes without saying, and I know, it's interesting. We really talking more of harassment versus sexual harassment. Now, obviously, it's inappropriate for a guy to send you a penis picture via the DM. That is, that's considered sexual harassment, bro.
No, I didn't know it was inappropriate.
If it's unwanted.
Okay.
He done sent a few.
I do not send dick pictures. Nope. I'm just saying, I will never send a dick picture only because.
I don't.
Oh wow. Okay.
But a lot of guys do that. Though.
I can't.
They send.
They bold.
Yeah, I don't understand.
That is. I don't need nobody to plaster my dick, regardless. That is big. I don't need nobody to like put it. No, what did my mama see that?
So let me ask this:
you want to accept nudes?
Fun fact: I don't like nudes. What I'm gonna do with nudes? Well, I don't play with myself looking at naked women. Nah, I'm a 3D person. Like I'm. If I can't touch it, I don't want it. Fun fact. You know what? We need to have a fun fact.
I saw this meme, and I want to kind of switch gears a little bit because I do want to stay on the topic of just kind of how women feel about just harassment, period. Is it true that sometimes you will give a guy your number in public because you don't want to be harassed or because you fear the way that he may respond if you just say, hey, I'm not interested?
No. Just say no, thank you.
It depends on the woman, because I sometimes, in my younger days, I gave the wrong number. But as I have grown and matured, it is what it is. I'm not interested in giving you my number.
Yeah, just say no, thank you. Keep going.
I take their number. I didn't got called bitches before and all of that. So I just be like, give me your number, and I save it, and they may get the Google number, and then I block it.
And that's real though.
Some guys will go as far as like when you do that, they'll say, "Okay, call me right now" or something. Like that.
And that's why it's just say no, thank you. Say thank you, not interested. No,
but I do understand,
baby. You tried that in Memphis.
I did. I actually done it before and walk right out the door. Like I'm serious. I said no, thank you, and just do.
OPP also gangster, and I'm pretty sure she can hold on.
Memphis guys are on a whole nother level though.
Okay.
They see you walking in heels, and they just like.
I'm not gonna do that, but
first of all, don't be coming for Memphis people like it's just Memphis people.
I have had a couple of crazy Memphis men experiences.
I mean, Mary Jane, you did move here after graduation, so you only can based off of your adulthood. So don't be coming for Memphis like that. That's men in general. Let's not.
Y'all come from Georgia all the time, so I don't even
Georgia, not Memphis.
ATL, Georgia.
It's really Atlanta, but I was saying
Decatur.
Y'all come for us all the time. So,
so interesting. This conversation actually kind of took a different turn, but I love it. I think it was more about just approach versus sexual harassment. Anyway, let's conclude with this last question before we go into Thought Brothers. Experiencing this in the workplace. A lot of PDs now. I thought my phone was on silent. My bad. I read a statistic that said, according to millennial women born between 1980 and 96, that they have filed more sexual harassment charges with the EEOC than women in the baby boomer generation. So my question is do you all find sexual harassment common in the workplace, especially, do you all find it in the workplace often?
So I'm gonna say yes. I think the difference in between this is these are documented. Before that, it was definitely happening, and I hate to say it, but people looked at it as a way of life, as a norm in the workplace, where men would, prey on their, female, coworkers, whether it's jokes, whether it's, over complimenting of attire, asking to quid pro quo for a raise or X, Y, and Z. I mean, it's definitely a norm. I was watching this episode on Scandal. For those who don't know, I love Scandal. I used to watch it every Thursday in college. Boy, I had that whole jumping.
You watched TV in college?
Yeah.
Well, I watched TV.
That's the only show that I watched in college on Thursdays. So, but in that, it was like how the women in law school had to do sexual favors just to be a part of that law program or just to be a part of that law firm in X, Y, and Z. So, and I can just imagine what a woman has to go through in a day-to-day business day, knowing that their superiors are possibly, harassing them.
Ladies' thoughts?
So it definitely does happen, but it's all how you also handle it when it actually occurs, because you can double always like, is this really happening? Is this really it?
So what is the way of I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's like the way that you handle it. First and foremost, you have to have evidence before you go before you file sexual harassment. Because if it's like a compliment or something like that, the person can easily say, oh, I didn't mean it in that way, I'll stop it. So you have to have hard evidence that this person is actually sexually harassing you. So in the workplace, it's like, how they're going to want you to explain how, when, where, what evidence that you have, where the situation occurred. So for me, it's like, if you're going to file for sexual harassment, you need to know what it looks like. When did it occur? You know who to talk to, or have you ever told this person that you felt uncomfortable with them giving them compliments, and what that communication looks like and what that relationship between the both of you all look like. Is this a superior, or are you over this person? All of these things that play a role and dynamic into it. So before you can actually file, you need hard evidence that this person has, sexually harassed you and that you may have feel uncomfortable, because if it's not, all you're going to do is get in a meeting, a board of people, and then they're going to ask you guys a couple of questions, and this person can easily say, well, I didn't know that you felt uncomfortable with me, talking to you this way or treating you this way, and then go away. And then if this is your supervisor or superior, it can continue.
Mm-hmm. Do you think most women feel comfortable enough to even take those steps? Like, because I think it happens so often in society, do women feel comfortable enough? Would you really, do you feel comfortable enough to share that with your employer? Like, if that, or do you feel like most women would?
For me, I would not feel comfortable with doing that.
Wow.
Because it's like you're going to have to, you're going to have, like I said, you're going to have hard evidence. Y'all know where I work, where my 9 to 5 is. And just last week we had a case, and this student, I knew this student, and like I said, over this summer, it was a few of my students that, were sexual harassed charges were against them here in the city of Memphis, and a couple of people that I knew. And so I was just like, Oh my God. Y'all know where I work, so it's like you gonna have to have, I've said in some of them cases, and the way that it goes down, it's like,
they also say that,
oh my God, it's like, it's almost to the point where it's intimidating. It's intimidating for the victim. It's like, it's a whole process. It literally scares some of the women out of actually moving forward with it. Like, I've seen it. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I've seen it. So the process is scary.
Joe Biden did it to Anita Hill.
Yeah.
When Anita Hill was on trial for the clearance, him trying to get onto Supreme Court justice, and Joe Biden was questioning her, he literally victimized her on the stand in front of the whole country.
I was going to add, I would also be very uncomfortable because of just the awkwardness of it all. Absolutely. And I honestly would hope that it would not get that far. Like, I would hope that, because bonding in the workplace, like creating a personal relationship in the workplace, is kind of like you're taking a risk. And just from my experience, like, sometimes with dating, that's where you're going to meet somebody at work. So when moving into the next step and it becomes sexual harassment, if that person still stays on the job, it becomes awkward, I guess, for the remainder of your time there. So I would hope to take the route to where it's like, it's just between you and I, and you get that message and we can move on and keep it going. Like, I would be more comfortable
Mo, did you
with getting others involved.
Mo, did you want to add before we start closing this segment?
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that piece. Like, I would prefer to mention it and say, like, hey, that advance was kind of like wrong. I'm not interested. And if it kind of continue after that, I mean, I'm not saying I'm not going to be Lil' Kim, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to throw shade if I can't get paid. Love you, girl, like the Ari. Yeah. I'm telling, honey. I'm telling. And writing the book on it afterward.
I think also we need to point, and I know we got to close it. People need to know what is sexual harassment. I think sometimes as a man, we give compliments not knowing that it makes a woman uncomfortable. You look good in that skirt, boo. Hey, shawty with them tight ass pants. Saying stuff like that. People need to be more educated on, like, hey, look, like you said, emotional intelligence. You need to know exactly how that person feels. And if they will, because sometimes that works. Some women might take that as a compliment. Whereas some women will be like, all right, look, I feel.
Who you talking to?
Right. So.
And I think that's a great segue to close us out, McLovin, because what we want to do here, dear millennials, we want to inform you. And so according to suitorhealth.org, sexual harassment, as you ladies mentioned earlier, is attention or actions that are not wanted and make you feel bad. Rather, if someone flirts and it is unwanted, the key difference is that flirting and sexual harassment is that sexual harassment is unwelcome. So if she's not responding, kill that noise.
Right.
And I do want to say, I think a lot of this that you all mentioned about not feeling comfortable to say something, other than Mo, is that I think maybe that might speak to the reason that you often hear, especially in today's climate, black women say, hey, we feel unprotected, we feel unheard, don't feel that we're believed and things of that nature. So
can I interject briefly on that?
Please, yeah.
Because, my first book is called They Never Told, and it looks at unreported childhood sexual assault. So I do want to share the reason why I am so open now within my adulthood is because I lived for so many years of not telling of my history of being assaulted and raped. Wow. So from that experience and me going through therapy and getting through it and working through it, I'm just now like live out loud. That's where live out loud came from, versus being secret and not saying nothing because you're afraid of what may be looked at on the outside and knowing that you can take your power back. And no. So that's why I just want to give that little pinpoint in there.
Go on, drop your book name, girl.
How can we, what's the name of the book again? How can we, I want to.
So I have two books. So They Never Told and Live Out Loud. Okay. So They Never Told is for unreported childhood sexual assault, and it follows two men and women who hid their history of sexual assault into their adulthood, and the men actually, share with me for the first time, and seeing like their process and healing of, their journey, but then also how can you build stronger relationships with children to teach them how to communicate and how to love and how to correctly bond with adults, and live out loud is on the other end of you finding your purpose and living out loud, even when it's hard, when people are going to come against you and fight against you, still do what's right.
Definitely. Well, Mo, yeah, we'll make sure we post a link in our Dear Millennials link tree. And thank you so much for sharing that, Mo. I'm so glad that you were on this episode specifically. So that worked out. But we want to go ahead and head into our words of affirmation before we close out.
Oh, no.
OPP.
Look, I'm just kidding, you guys. I'm just kidding. You guys thought you guys were going to be Thought Brothers. Cue the music.
It's okay. Just go with it.
All right. Look, no music today. So character redefining is so necessary. It's there for a reason. Always make sure that you're assessing yourself. In the words of Lauryn Hill, how are you going to win when you ain't right within? How are you going to win when you ain't right within? And how are you going to win when you ain't right within? So make sure that you're refining your character. Make sure you're always double checking yourself and knowing your facts and ensuring that you are becoming the person that you are destined to be. And that's all I got for you guys today.
Thank you, OPP.
You're welcome.
Shout out to L Boogie.
Yes.
We are Dear Millennials, a Lit Ass Podcast. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day, your night, your afternoon, whatever time and whatever day it is that you're listening to listen to episode 7 from season 4, Doing Too Much, featuring Moe Nicole. I am top ranked Marvin Frank. Follow me at Marvin_Frank06. Cupcake Cutie. We need all the cuties.
With the booty.
With and without the booty.
With and without. I mean, everybody got a booty.
Everyone has a booty.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, for the small booty girls.
And we will be premiering our first Stop Brothers variety show at Cup Cutie on Saturday, November 21st from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on South Main Street. Follow us on social media to find out more information at Dear Millennials _. Mom, I love you. Daddy, I love you. Fam, I love you. Chicago, stand up.
All right, y'all already know what it is. It's your boy McLovin in the building. Once again, Cupcake Cutie. Saturday, we on it. I'm talking about Thought Brothers. This Jordan and Pimpin' style, man. I'm telling you, boy. I'm talking about left hand, right hand. Shout out to my son, man. I love you so much. Shout out to Nadine, moving to California. Yeah. Shout out to just all the good fathers out there, man. I just want to make sure I shout out to those people who doing their thug thizzle, man, and raising these kids, man. There's no handbook, man. You just gotta every day, just a new day to learn something. I want to give a shout out to my cousin Angela Blair for doing her birthday performance. Amazing performance, boy. I felt like I was at a Beyonce concert, man. I'm telling you, she killed it, man. I was there to experience all of it. Mary Jane, what it do?
All right, y'all. It's your girl Mary Jane. Shout out to Guap, the real trap god, bringing it home.
Yes.
Let's go.
You already know he's gonna win.
Really? I really think that.
Yes, he's going to win. I can bet my bottom dollar on that.
If he wins or loses, that's my king. All right, so that's what I'm going with.
When he loses, I'm gonna say, "Is this your king?"
Yes. I already know who it is. It's your girl OPP, aka South Memphis Queen, also known as Memphis Finest. I want to shout out, of course, my entire family. Here we go. You want to go ahead and count it down?
Abba, mama.
You listening, ain't it? Ima, Abba, Israel, Samaria, Sarai, Judea, Joshua, AJ, Nate, Nyla, Jared. Y'all already know that I love you. My new addition, Samuel, Elijah, Noah, and Rowan. Your auntie And your sister loves you guys.
Right.
So thank you guys so much for always tuning in and supporting Dear Millennials, the Lit Ass Podcast.
Moe Nicole, we thank you so much for being here. Shout out all your social media. What you got coming up? Where can the people find you?
Yes, y'all can find me on Instagram and on YouTube, primarily at Moe Nicole. I upload 3 times a week minimum, and I'm helping y'all with living out loud in business, life, motivation, all of that.
All that.
Hit me up.
All that.
And you'll get all my links and stuff from over there, all the books and nail polish and all of that.
Okay, I see it in the background.
Say no more.
I almost knocked all that shit. I almost knocked all that shit down.
Well, Moe Nicole, we appreciate you so much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we are Dear Millennials, Lit Ass Podcast, episode 7, season 4, Doing Too Much, featuring special guest Moe Nicole, full-time cospreneur, nail polish creator, scholar, content curator, final woman. And before we go, I just want to say this, and this is to Mary Jane. I'm on my Louis shit. Fuck some Gucci, man.
Hey.
Oh God!
Man, Young Jeezy taking the dub. Come on, cultural anthems. Who has more anthems than Gucci? Who got more Jay-Z features than Gucci? I mean, not Gucci.
I'm gonna call it out.
Than Jeezy.
I'm gonna call it out.
Jeezy.
First of all,
keep trying me.
anyway, with that being said,
but ladies and gentlemen, have a lit ass week.
y'all can't. I'm telling you, Gucci got more songs, and that's it. That's it. That's all he has. The reason why Gucci became Gucci because he put people.
It's not even.
Jeezy, his biggest collaboration was with.